All right, everybody, welcome back to the well. We are in the middle of a hot topic here at the well. I'm your host, Faith. And listen, this is the pre show. This is the pre show because I often hear a lot of women calling me sis, sis, sis. And I think it's a matter of tone. I think it's a matter of who it is. I think it's a matter of how well I know you. That I determine what your meaning or your motive or your tone or behavior or whatever that is that's giving me that sis talk, right? Now, I think with friend, I think that there's an understanding where you don't really have to have a title. Friends don't call people friends unless they're introducing them to somebody. And a lot of times, when I'm with my friends, I always say this is my sister. Why? Because they earned that title, right? The trust, right? The support, the time that's invested, right? Now with sis, I think it's a term of endearment. I think it's funny. I think it's, when I say funny, I mean it's friendly. So I'm going to play this thing that I heard on YouTube the other day. So tell me what you think.
Never heard it. Hey, sis, you pretty sis. Have a good day, sis. I've never heard it. I have a lot of white friends. I don't see them using that word. I use it with my white friends. I use it with my white friends too. But do they use it back? Yes. They say, hey, sis. She uses that, but if you go to my social media, you'll see some of my white followers. They say, hey, sis. Really? So it's a woman thing. So it could be whatever you want. No, I'm saying whatever you want. No, I think it's a black woman thing. Okay. That's why that's all I see. That's why majority, 90% saying, everybody saying, hey sis, good job, sis. And it's more of an encouraging. I feel like it's a unity thing. Like you do really feel, if they say, hey sis, good job, sis, I feel like they're doing it as a sisterly thing. Like I said, I do see mostly only black women using it. If white people using it, I'm glad, and maybe I just don't pay attention. They are. I just don't pay attention to it. Yeah. But I just notice a lot of black women use it, and I think it's a good thing now. I don't think it's nothing negative. I think it's a real good thing, but I think it's more encouraging, support. Hey, sis, you did good, girl. Sis, you look good. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think it's a good thing, but that's how I look at it. When I say sis, I see you. I want you to win.
How often have you heard someone say, sis, or child? Probably a lot if you've been on the internet.
How do you say, woo, Chile? You said what? Woo, Chile.
But how much do you know about the origin of those words?
Or when someone says, like, period, sis, whatever, snatch, all that, it's very much like internet culture.
They're actually examples of African American language, or AAL, which some of you may know as African American Vernacular English or African American English, English dialects some Black Americans speak within their communities. It's influenced and enriched other cultures in the U.S. and majorly contributed to pop culture.
Okay, so what's your thoughts? Now, they're saying that they have their white friends that says sis. So I was in my office today and I was talking to a friend of Latino descent, and I asked, do you all use this term amongst one another? And she was like, no, not really. So I said, but when you're around us, you use it, right? So she said it's a blend of the culture. You get in when you fit in, basically. And so sometimes, a lot of churchy people. Now I'm with the church. We're gonna get into all of that. A lot of churchy people do that, sis, especially if I did it, I'm doing it because I don't know your name. Right? Not out of what's up, sis, or hey sis, and all. It's just me being kind because I don't know your name. I might know your face. So we can use this sis thing interchangeably, right? And they say it's a cultural thing, but they're saying it's becoming more prevalent on social media, right? And so we're on social media tonight, right? So I want to hear your thoughts. What are you thinking, or what do you think a lot of people, other women, mean when they call you sis, right? Because I've heard people say, yo, sis, okay? For me, it's all about the tone, it's about the body language, it's about your role in my life, right? So how I see you. And some, like one of the girls said in this video, she said, so I'm like, sis, I see you. So I've had that said to me by a sweetheart, but I knew her heart. You kind of see, I may not know her as a person, but sometimes God will show you a person's heart, right? And so you know they don't mean no ill will, or trying to say, that's how I gotta talk to you. I gotta put you in a category. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't walk up to my pastor and say, hey sis, you kind of see how we will pick and choose where we use certain terms, right? So then sis could mean I'm about to check you. You kind of see that I respect you, but I'm about to check you. So it's just interchangeable. Now, I don't think that everybody that says sis to me is a friend. I don't think that they mean it in the term of let's build a bond or let's be friends. I think it's just an expression when it's addressed to me. My circle is very, very small, very, very small. So I'm going to play one more while we have excuse me, while we have a little bit time on our hands. Let's see what we got with this one.
Across cultures, friend usually means someone you choose built on shared interest, seasons, proximity, or experiences and change over time, has boundaries that are more negotiable. A friend is, open quote, I enjoy you, I choose you, I walk with you for now, close quote. Friends can be deep, loyal, lifelong, but culturally, they are opt-in relationships. What sister means culturally. Cis goes beyond biology. In many cultures, especially Black, faith-based and communal cultures, it signals kinship, not just connection, a sense of shared identity or struggle, emotional responsibility toward one another, protection, covering, loyalty. I see you as my people. Calling someone cis says, open quote, you're not just chosen, you belong, close quote. It often implies grace over perfection, staying even when it's inconvenient, speaking truth because love is assumed. Where they overlap, why it gets confusing. Both can include trust, love, support, shared joy and pain. That's why people blur them, but overlap sameness. Cultural weight difference, emotional closeness, emotional plus identity closeness can drift quietly. Drift feels like a rupture, optional accountability. Expected accountability. Boundaries are lighter. Boundaries are heavier because love is deeper. Cis carries emotional weight. That's why when a cis disappoints you, it hits deeper than a friend ever could. Why some people use cis casually. Now, culturally, cis has become a term of warmth, a social shortcut, a way to create quick closeness. But not everyone means kinship when they say it. That's where the confusion and hurt comes in. Someone may say cis, but live like a casual friend. A gentle truth, especially for you. You are someone who honors depth, covenant, and covering. So when you say cis, you likely mean, I will show up. I will protect this bond. I won't treat you as disposable. Not everyone holds the word the same way. That doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you're intentional. A helpful reframe for peace. You can let friend describe behavior. Cis describe demonstrated commitment. In other words, open quote, everyone can be friendly. Not everyone earns sisterhood.
Now, what do you think about that? This, I typed up a little paragraph in Chat GPT, and this was my Chat GPT research. Okay, so we kind of see how interchangeably it's being used and how the line between cis and friend blur, where they can be used together as the same thing or have different meanings depending on, I think, your reception or your perception, right? And for me, this just me, y'all. This just me. Who is saying it to me, right? Like for me, my degree is in behavior management, behavior modification, right? And so, I mean, human behavior, human behavior, right? I said behavior management and modification, all the same thing. But anyway, so my thing is, I'm checking your tone. I'm listening. I'm looking at expressions. I'm looking at your body language. I'm from the hood. I grew up in the hood in DC. Now, I had a best friend when I was in high school. It was 5 of us that hung out together, but it was 2 of us that was like this, and that's me and Poochie Keys, right? She'll be on here, and so the way what she would call between the 2 of us, the way she would address me would be sister versus sis. So sis really just became cut short in the time that we living in now, right? So I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you feeling. How have someone calling you sis impacted you versus friend and the relationship with the person that calls you sis all the time, right? And so it could be, I'm down with you. You know, I got your back. I'm going to cover you. However that goes, I believe that when I say sis, to me, because you really can't call everybody friend. You really can't call everybody sis. But when you are a accountability sister, accountability woman, when I typed in Chat GPT and what she delivered was saying, I am accountable to you when I call you sis. I am showing up for you when I call you sis. I'm trying to build a bond when I call you sis. So when I use it, I choose not to use words that will be quickly misunderstood. And then, you know, because some people can be clingy, and I'm not the clingy. I don't want you clinging. Don't cling. Don't cling. You can hang around my fire, but don't cling to my fire, okay? That's just me. We all are different. And the beautiful thing is, for me as a woman of God, a woman of color, a woman from the hood, I may use sis to build a bond, to build a bridge, to connect, right? So I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what your experience has been like. Do friends call each other sis, right? Like I said, my friend from high school, which we still friends to this day, she calls me sister, not sis. And like I said, we use it interchangeably. And the time that we living in now, social media. Now, the two, you heard a Caucasian girl with a black boyfriend trying to learn how to use the colloquialisms that we use in our black culture, right? And then there was another Caucasian girl that was trying to clarify black culture dialect or the colloquialisms that we use, right? So I want to know your thoughts. That's the whole point of me bringing this. Because sometimes, for me, I tire of people really easy, right? I choose my missions. And now if it's a God mission, hey, I'm all for it, right? But when it's a faith mission, it's just like, okay, I'm a little tired right now. Okay, I just don't do a lot of people. And you wouldn't think, because the field of work that I'm in, I'm a people person. I help heal people. I facilitate groups that help save lives, right? But I'm not going to call Latinos or Caucasian people sis. Now I have, because there's one girl that I interact with quite a bit, but when I use sis with her and she's not African American, right? That means I'm checking you. So you see how sis can be used interchangeably? And so friend, what kind of friend, right? What define friend? Listen, I'm done with this. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. YouTube, I need to hear your thoughts. TikTok, I need to hear your thoughts. Facebook, come on with it. Okay? Join us at 7 p.m. tonight, live on Facebook, on Zoom, on YouTube. It's about to go down. All right, listen, I am about to put on, okay, sis. This is me being me right now. But I'm about to put on one of my songs. No, okay. I'm just going to put on one of my songs that I enjoy so much. Listen, this is Forge Faith Music. Y'all need to connect with them. Listen, these have become some favorites of mine. And it's really Christian trap music. He's a what you call them, DJs or whatever you call them. I don't think they even call DJs no more. But he creates all this music that speaks to the soul, right? Listen, I'm about to get up out of here. Stop by Forge Faith Music on YouTube, on TikTok, Apple Music, Spotify. Listen, they have, this is my little list that I have of them. I mean, I have like maybe about 12 or 13, 14, 15, 16. And he sends me, when they have their new stuff come out, he sent it to me. So I want y'all to, look, blow these people up. Let's get them on BET. Let's push these people forward, right? They got the best art for their music. I love it. 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 If you get a chance, check out Forge Faith Music. This is Faith signing off here at the well. I hope to see you guys at 7 p.m. because I definitely want to know what your thoughts are about sis versus friend. God bless you and thank you for joining me.